supposed to be raining out. I don't know if it's raining or not, but, well, it's kind of sprinkling a little. So we'll open up our umbrella and get for a walk. So what we have to do is we have to walk, carry our umbrella with the left hand, carry my stick with the right hand, because my right hand is my dominant hand. So we want to make sure that our dominant hand is the hand that's going to do what we need if we run into any issues. We're not going to stand under this tree. This is the tree, you guys know I keep saying it's gonna fall. But we do have to stop because I want to make sure my camera's doing what it's supposed to do. I hate to walk and talk and I can't. I mean, walk and talk and my camera's not picking nothing up. So it's raining, as you can probably see. I said that already. Well, happy Monday to everybody. The holidays are over. People are back to normal, if you will. Well, you know, getting ready for Christmas. That's what most people are looking forward to. Christmas again. It comes so quick that, you know, you gotta be prepared. It seems like the older I get, the more frequent Christmas time comes around. Or Thanksgiving and Christmas, you know, all those holidays. So, you know, you gotta be, sorry about that, you gotta be mindful of, you know, when you start getting a certain age, we start saying things like, damn, this year went by so fast. But, you know, when we're younger, it's like Christmas can't come soon enough. I used to get these promises all through the year. I'll get you one for Christmas. I'll get you one for Christmas. And so everybody under the age of, I'd say 20, and it might be older than that, but everybody under that age, they're like, oh, Christmas is coming. Christmas is coming. I'm gonna get this, I'm gonna get that. And you know, to be honest with you, I don't even know where the story of Santa Claus came from. I don't think I ever believed in Santa Claus. I remember I knew this little boy, I was a little girl, so it's okay. Anyway, so I met this boy, his name was Greg, and we got to be, you know, really good friends. We lived next door to his family, which they have 7 kids, 5 boys and twin girls. And Greg was, I think he was next to the youngest. And one year he said, ain't no Santa and ain't no Claus, it's just your ma and pa. And ever since he said that to me, I believed him, and it turns out he was right. So, you know, nowadays, I don't think it would be wise to instill in children that some big fat white man in a red and white suit is going to somehow get into their house or apartment or home to leave a bunch of gifts. So Yeah, what I think is, if you teach your children that, and some big white man comes to the door in a red and white suit, the kids might let him in. You know what I'm saying? And then what you gonna do? Got this big ass white man dressed all crazy. You don't know what he there for. He ain't carrying nothing. What he got? Does he have a big bag of goodies for every little boy and girl in the world? Nah, I don't think so. Anyway, enough of my Santa Claus bashing. This time next year, you guys won't even remember it. I'm really glad that it's raining. It didn't rain yesterday. Look at this. Can you guys see this? The raindrops in the puddle. Kind of gives you an idea of how much it's raining here. Actually, I'm standing under a tree. That doesn't count. What about this one? Okay, so it's not raining out here. Well, maybe it is. Is it or is it not? Because I'm the only fool walking around with an umbrella. Anyway, doesn't matter. Like I said, this time next year, you won't even remember it. So, it rained Saturday. Remember, we were walking and I told you Alexa said it was going to rain at about 7 p.m. or whatever she said. Yeah, I think she said it was going to rain at 7 p.m. that there was a 40-something% chance that we would get some rain. Sorry guys, I put the umbrella down because I look kind of foolish out here without it, with it not raining and everything. So yeah, it turns out that it did start raining Saturday, but it was early afternoon. Yeah, it was early afternoon, and it rained all the way through. I think it rained all night long. So it rained from, slow down a little bit. It rained from Saturday afternoon until sometime Sunday morning. And look how these people drive out here. My Lord. I'm taking deep breaths, y'all. Anyway, so what I wanted to tell you guys was if you've been paying attention to my channel, you will notice that I put up a couple of videos that had nothing to do with walking and talking. Like I said, it rained Saturday night, and obviously I stayed in, but because it was raining, I had this feeling like I wanted to be doing something, and I couldn't because it was raining. Anyway, it was a weird feeling, and I conquered it by making 2 videos. I was attempting to do the plankster and the hula hoop. And both were epic fails. The plankster, I couldn't even stay in the plankster position. I don't even think I stayed in it for a minute. But the first time I used the machine, I was able to Okay, the announcer just said that I walk with the pace of a hippopotamus. And then he says, don't worry, they're fast. Yeah, this little announcer is throwing some shade in the rain, huh? Okay. All right, so this is the end of the sidewalk. And we're gonna turn around and this is gonna be a fast walk, y'all, because first of all, I don't like being out in the rain. I love the rain, but I don't care too much for being out in it. Especially not like now, with all these cars whizzing by, and you know, there are some cars, some drivers like to splash people walking down the street if there's a puddle, you know, between the sidewalk and the street. I don't feel like getting wet, but if I get wet, there's nothing really I can do about it. But I am concerned about my camera getting wet because I spent a lot of money on this camera. So I want to make sure that it stays dry. And you know what's funny is I always drop the damn camera. Super weird that the camera doesn't, the clip function, they have a clip function, and the clip function is not very secure. I guess secure is the best word to use. It's not very secure. And, you know, the lanyard, it hangs, but it sits up on my tits, so you can't see, you don't see what I'm walking towards. All you see is under my chin. And so I think they need to go back to the drawing board on that and test it with women, not just men with flat chests, because I'm sure that's all they used was a bunch of men. So they need to go back to the drawing board and fix that little issue. Also, I was telling you guys about the videos that I put up. I want to try and incorporate my exercise routines into my videos. I don't know how that's going to work. So, you know, since I posted those 2 videos up there, I'll see what kind of response I get, and then you know, hopefully I get a big response, and that will further encourage me to you know, exercise. Because remember, I found that I could walk more consistently when I'm posting to my YouTube channel. So, you know, that's what I want. I want to be consistent in everything I do. Exercising, walking, walking. That's the only thing I'm inconsistent with, because I consistently eat dinner. Well, I did miss Wednesday and Thursday. But remember, I told you guys I wasn't feeling good on Friday, but I had to eat something Friday because there was nothing else that would explain why my blood pressure was going so high. He said, "Isn't this better than your couch?" That's that announcer again. I watched a bunch of YouTube videos over the weekend, and one that stood out to me was there was I don't pay attention to channels and stuff like that when I'm looking at videos unless something really catches my eye. But on this particular video, they were saying they were talking about all-you-can-eat buffets and how they make their money. And they talked about, you know, how they came about. Apparently it started in like the Viking times or whatever, and the way that these guys would welcome their visitors is they would put out all this food, you know, so they could sit down and eat and everything. So just put out like a bunch of food that they had prepared. And so that was the beginning of, well, they called it something. And then as time went on, it became known as a smorgasbord. Now, I remember smorgasbords. In fact, there used to be a restaurant called Smorgasbord. And, you know, we used to go there. This is when I was a kid, way when I was a kid. In fact, I think we may have still been in Birmingham. Come to think of it, I don't know. But obviously I was a young kid. But yeah, we used to go there, and you know, you could pay a low price for all you can eat. And I don't know, somehow it went from smorgasbord to buffet, and then all you can eat buffet. So I guess with the times come change, because I don't even think they call them smorgasbords anymore. I was talking to my little cousin. I guess she would be my second cousin, because her mom is my first cousin, right? I don't know. Anyway, she's family. And so I had mentioned the word smorgasbord when we were in El Paso for Aunt Marie's homegoing. So, you know, I was like, oh, let's go to a smorgasbord. And she said, what? I said, a smorgasbord. And she's 15. Well, she's 16 now. So I was like, yeah, let's go to a smorgasbord. And I had to explain to her what it was. So I guess, you know, like I said, with time comes change. And now she's not a new word. She can go tell her friends. Smorgasbord. Alright, guys. So we're coming back up on our apartment. Damn it, I gotta take the garbage out. I don't like to do it too early in the morning, because, you know, I want to make sure security is, you know, where they need to be, so that I can take my garbage out with confidence. All right, guys. So, there's that tree again. Every day I say something about this tree, huh? I just hate that it's dying or dead or whatever. Only 20 minutes? Okay. Why Would you say something like that? What? I'm listening to my announcer. When it's just a lady, you know, she talks, but she just gives you the information. And that's it. She doesn't joke around and, oh, sorry about that, and all that. She doesn't do that. But this guy is supposed to be my conscience. And he's making all these comments. All right, guys. We're back. And let me go up here and jump in the shower and get this video started. I still gotta figure out a workout routine. It's 2019, you're not tripping no more, okay? See you in the next one, bye.